let me ask this though: if you had one piece of advice, either for the activist or sort of consumer of political media, and or for the policymaker trying to shape the landscape so that the landscape is more prepared for the world that we are in or the world that we are entering, what might that piece or those pieces of advice be?
Sure. Yeah, that's a great question. So for activists, I would say number one, or just general consumers of sort of political content and information, and people that participate in the civic process. I would say like the biggest thing that you can do is take a beat when you see something online, in particular that looks like it might not be. Um, Totally right, or it looks like it could be false. Like take a minute, like if something makes you super angry, like take a minute and then try to figure out what it is about that thing that's making you angry, and then dig into it a little bit more. Do some more research and figure out like if what you're seeing is disinformation or some framing that's not especially positive. And that will come in handy too as AI again becomes more prevalent, and people are able to put stuff out that is intentionally crafted to create angry reactions in people, and outrage and all of that, for activists. The other thing I would say for activists too is like, don't get discouraged. Like I think it can feel like the world is kind of caving in on us, and like we're not making a lot of progress on things, but we are actually. I mean, we've made a ton of progress on different things, and that's because people came out and voted. And I think, in terms of activism and communicating with fellow voters, like communicating agency is very important, right? Like it feels oftentimes like we don't have agency in our lives as voters. So like you have to go to those people and say like, look, you and I have power here. And here's what our power did the last time we came out and voted. So let's exercise that power again. It may not be perfect, but we did have power and we did make these meaningful changes, and you do have agency. And because we did this, right? It wasn't just one person, one candidate, whatever. It was like we did this. So I think communicating agency to the people around you is extraordinarily helpful too. You know, and then that's especially important again, given the torrent of information and different things that we see on these digital platforms every day, right? Like I think it's just important to communicate that piece.